Imagine pouring your heart into someone, believing you're forever, only to have them rip it apart in the cruelest way possible. But what if fate handed you a chance for payback, not quick and dirty, but slow, calculated, and utterly devastating? This isn't just a story of heartbreak. It's a tale of suspense that will have you questioning every twist. Stick around till the end, because the final reveal will leave you speechless. Welcome to today's narration. Let's dive in. Hello, my name is Emma, and if you're listening to this, you probably know what it's like to love someone with everything you have. Back in 2016, I was a freshman at State University, wide-eyed and full of dreams. I majored in business, but my real education came from the heart. That's where Mark came in. Mark was a junior, charming as they come, tall, with that effortless smile that could light up a room. We met at a campus party. I was awkward, sipping punch in the corner, when he approached me. "You look like someone who has stories to tell," he said, his eyes locking onto mine. From that moment, I was hooked. Our romance blossomed fast. Late-night study sessions turned into whispered secrets. He told me about his troubled family, absent dad, overbearing mom, and I shared my fears of failing. "You're my anchor, Emma," he'd say, holding me close. I believed him. I gave him everything, my time, my savings for his emergency car repair, even my virginity. We talked about marriage after graduation. He promised the world, but there were red flags I ignored. He'd disappear for hours, claiming group projects. His phone was always on silent. My best friend and roommate, Lisa, started acting weird, avoiding eye contact, making excuses to leave when Mark was around. I chalked it up to jealousy. How naive I was. One night, during spring break, I came back early from visiting family. The dorm was dark, but I heard giggles from my room. My heart pounded as I pushed the door open. There they were, Mark and Lisa, tangled in my bed, laughing like it was a joke. "Emma, what are you doing here?" Mark stammered, pulling the sheet up. The betrayal hit like a truck. "Lisa, my confidant since high school. And Mark, the love of my life." "How long?" I whispered. "Months," Lisa admitted, not even sorry. Mark tried to spin it. "It was a mistake. You're too clingy, Emma." Lisa gets me. Clingy. After everything I'd done. The worst part? They didn't stop there. The next day, at a frat party, Mark paraded Lisa around, kissing her in front of everyone. Whispers spread. Poor Emma. She never saw it coming. I was humiliated. Friends pitied me. Strangers laughed. I dropped out mid-semester, moved back home, and spiraled into depression. Therapy helped, but the scar remained. Mark graduated with honors, married Lisa a year later. They seemed perfect on social media, house, jobs, the works. But me, I rebuilt. Got my degree online, started a marketing firm. 10 years later, in 2026, I'm CEO of a thriving company, worth millions. Mark, let's just say karma was warming up, but I wasn't done. Not by a long shot. The unexpected reunion fast. Forward to 2026. I'm 29, single, focused on my empire. My company, Apex Marketing, handles big clients, tech startups, celebrities. One day, my assistant buzzes. "There's a Mark Thompson here for an interview." Says he has an appointment. My blood ran cold. Mark Thompson, my Mark. I peeked through the blinds. There he was, older, grayer, but that smile lingered. Divorced now, from what LinkedIn showed. Lisa left him 5 years ago for his boss. Poetic, right? He was job hunting, desperate after a layoff. I could have turned him away, but no, this was opportunity knocking. "Send him in," I said, composing myself. He entered, not recognizing me at first. I'd changed hair-dyed contacts instead of glasses. A power suit that screamed success. "Emma, is that you?" His eyes widened. "Wow, small world." We chatted. He reminisced about college, glossing over the betrayal. "Those were crazy times." "You look amazing." Flattery, classic Mark. I played along, offering him a junior position. "Start Monday. Let's catch up over dinner sometime." He bit the hook. Over the next weeks, I wove him in. Dinners, Accidental run-in. He opened up, business failing, debts piling. Regrets about Lisa. I was young, stupid. You were the one that got away. Suspicion crept in. Was he genuine? Or playing me again? I hired a pie discreetly. Reports came. Mark was cheating on his current girlfriend, embezzling from past jobs. Patterns never change. But I kept it slow. Built trust. One night, after wine, he kissed me. I let him. Stomach churning. I've missed this, he murmured. Inside, I plotted. Phase 1. Complete. As Mark settled into the job, I fed his ego. Promotions, bonuses, all while documenting everything. He started cutting corners, fudging reports. I encouraged it subtly, accidental emails with loopholes. Meanwhile, flashbacks haunted me. Remembering the party humiliation, I'd cry alone. But it fueled me. I reconnected with old college friends via social media. One, Sarah, revealed Mark had cheated on Lisa too, with her sister. He's a serial liar, she said. I dug deeper. Mark's business was a scam pyramid scheme targeting vulnerable people. My pie found victims, including elderly folks who'd lost savings. I collected statements anonymously. Suspense built at work. Mark grew cocky, flirting with interns. I recorded discreetly, company policy against it, but for revenge. Worth it. One day, he proposed a side hustle using company resources for his scheme. We could be rich together, Emma. Personal life intertwined. He broke up with his girlfriend for me. You're my future lies. My pie caught him on dates with others. Photos, texts, arsenal, growing. Then, the turning point. A company gala. Mark got drunk, confessed in a quiet corner. In college, I planned it. Lisa bet me I couldn't steal you from yourself. It was a game, a game. My blood boiled, but I played cool. That's ancient history. Revenge wasn't just career ruin, it was total. 6 months into my meticulously woven web, the city skyline twinkling behind him like a mocking backdrop. I'd strategically approved for him. Let's start over. For real this time, I feigned tears. Clutching my chest as if overwhelmed, he pulled me into an embrace. Whispering promises of fidelity and forever. All, the public humiliation at the frat party. I'd said yes, not for love, but to deepen the trap. Wedding planning kicked off immediately. Or so he thought. We need the perfect venue. I'd say, meanwhile. Under the surface, the real execution began. Tipped off the authorities about his. He'd roped me into helping with. The FBI's white-collar crime unit was circling. But I needed more leverage. That's when the unexpected email arrived. As I sat in my penthouse apartment, Mark's ongoing affairs. Mark sender Lisa Hargrove. Lisa the. I hadn't spoken to her since that fateful night in the dorm. Of deceit without a shred of remorse. Suspicion gnawed at me. Mark's doing, perhaps, to test my loyalty. Citing infidelity and financial abuse. And was working as a mid-level accountant in a small firm. I replied cautiously, why now? To you? Meet me tomorrow. The next day I arrived early, yes. But revenge had taught me caution. Lines around her eyes, a weary slump to her shoulders. Inside, the plan crystallized. Lisa's alliance twist. Mark dropped to one knee in my lavish office after hours. He held out a modest diamond ring, probably financed by the bonuses. Emma, you've changed my life. Marry me, my heart raced. Not with joy but with the thrill of the hunt reaching its peak. Yes, Mark, yes. But as his arms wrapped around me, I could feel was the ghost of that college betrayal, the giggles from my dorm room. This was it, the pinnacle of phase 2. To make his fall from grace that much more catastrophic, I dragged my feet on dates, citing work commitments at Apex Marketing. Flipping through catalogs while secretly compiling my final dossier on him. I'd already anonymously, pyramid scheme the one. Using company resources as bait, something personal to ensure he couldn't slither away. It was late one night, reviewing the PI's latest photos of the subject line we need to talk about. Name alone sent a chill down my spine. When she'd looked me in the eye and admitted 2 months, what could she possibly want now? Was this a trap? I ran a quick background check through my PI. Lisa had divorced Mark 5 years ago. She had a daughter now, 4 years old, no red flags. But still, her response came within minutes, because he's doing it again. Coffee shop on 5th. I have proof. Heart pounding. Disguised in sunglasses and a hat. Paranoid, Lisa walked in, looking older than her social media photos suggested. She spotted me, hesitated, then sat down. Emma, I don't expect forgiveness. What we did was unforgivable. Damn right, I snapped, my voice low but edged with years of pent-up rage. So why am I here? She slid a folder across the table. Inside, bank statements, emails, photos. Mark had been siphoning money from their joint accounts during the marriage, funding affairs and his scams. He left me with nothing, Lisa confessed, her voice cracking. Our daughter Mia, she has special needs. Therapy costs a fortune. When I found out he was working for you, I dug deeper. He's using your company the same way. I flipped through the pages, my mind racing. This wasn't just ammunition. It was a nuclear bomb. But trust. After what she'd done, why help me? You won back then. You got him. Lisa leaned in, eyes glistening. I didn't win. He cheated on me too, multiple times. One was with my sister, during my pregnancy. I stayed for Mia, but it destroyed me. When I left, he fought for custody just to spite me, using dirty tricks. I see now what he did to you. It was the start of a pattern. He's a monster, Emma. And if we team up, we can end him. The suspense of that moment hung in the air like a storm cloud. Could I ally with my betrayer? Part of me wanted to walk away, let her suffer alone. But another part, the strategic, vengeful part, saw the opportunity. Lisa had insider knowledge, access to old emails, witnesses from their marriage. What's in it for you? I asked. Closure. And child support? He owes thousands. If we expose him fully, the courts will force him to pay. We talked for hours. She revealed details I'd missed. Mark's college game wasn't just a bet. It was part of a fraternity initiation. He'd targeted me because I was easy prey, trusting, innocent. Lisa had been in on it from the start, egged on by her own insecurities. I was jealous of you, Emma. Smart, kind. I thought stealing him would make me feel powerful. It didn't. By the end of the meeting, an uneasy alliance formed. We exchanged numbers, and over the next weeks, Lisa became my secret weapon. She'd feed me intel, like when Mark met with shady investors for his scheme. In return, I promised to help with her legal fees for custody battles. Suspense built as we coordinated in shadows, encrypted messages, dead drops of documents. One night she called in a panic. He's on to something. Asked about you two in college. Be careful. My paranoia spiked. Was Mark playing us both? I doubled down on surveillance. Installing hidden cams in his office, ethically gray. But revenge isn't clean. Sure enough, footage showed him rifling through my desk, searching for what? Proof of my plan. The tension was palpable. Every dinner with him felt like a high-stakes poker game, bluffing smiles while my mind whirred with contingencies. Then, the breaking point at the company gala. Mark, tipsy on champagne I'd encouraged, pulled me into a dimly lit alcove. Emma, I need to confess something. My pulse thundered. Was this it? Exposure. In college. It wasn't just a mistake. Lisa and I, it was planned. A stupid bet with the guys. $500 to break your heart publicly. I regret it every day. I forced a laugh, but inside, fury boiled. Ancient history, darling. We danced the night away. But that confession, recorded on my phone's hidden app, courtesy of Lisa's tip, to mic up. The next day, I discovered his embezzlement at work. In the boardroom, with executives watching, I laid out the evidence, fudged reports, stolen funds. Mark's face drained of color. Emma, this is a misunderstanding. No, Mark. This is payback. As security escorted him out, he hissed, "You'll regret this." But the real execution came in court. The FBI indictment hit, charging him with fraud. Lisa took the stand as a surprise witness, her testimony damning. "He manipulated me the same way lies, theft, betrayal." The judge's gavel fell like thunder. Mark got probation, but the fines wiped him out. And in the custody hearing, Lisa won full rights, with back support ordered. Post-trial, Lisa and I met one last time. "Thank you," she said, hugging me tentatively, "for everything." "Don't thank me. We both needed this." Unlikely allies, forged in fire. Mark, last seen working a dead-end job, shadows of his past haunting him. But wait, there's more to this twist. During the trial, Lisa revealed one final secret. Mia, her daughter, might not be Mark's. A paternity test loomed, threatening to unravel even more. Did I help with that too? Well, that's a story for another time. Looking back, the suspense was in the waiting. Every dinner, every kiss, a step closer to justice. The audience, you stayed because betrayal resonates. But here's the final twist. Mark's game in college. It involved more. My pi found emails. He and Lisa planned to humiliate me for a bet with frat bros. $500 prize. That's why the public display. Knowing that, my revenge felt justified. No regrets. If you're still here, thank you. Stories like this remind us, karma comes sometimes with help. Wow, what a ride. If Emma's story had you hooked from that suspicious college betrayal to the jaw-dropping 10-year payback, smash the like button right now. It helps more than you know. Subscribe and hit the bell for more emotional, suspense-packed narrations that keep you guessing till the end. Drop in the comments. Have you ever plotted revenge? Or what's the wildest betrayal story you've heard? Share below. I read everyone. And if this inspired you, share the video with a friend who needs a good twist. See you in the next one.